Mommy, there's four. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then number 5. Yeah, and then number 6.
Those are the mommy lions.
Oh my god. I saw that one can move. Mommy, look at it.
Sisi katin sa ulit.
There's one down there.
Lolo. Lolo.
And an average adult baboon weighs about 80 pounds, has been known to live up to 20 years of age. And on our right, in the woods there, you're going to get a much better view at one of our bongos.
They say mother.
And one of the
Kita
shackles, she will hold on to the baby with one hand.
Zong, kita sa
Oh, monkey's butt. Monkey's butt.
By the time the baby is about 5 weeks,
Oh, there's a baby
will then
monkey.
venture away from its mother and spend most of its time with other
Monkey
young
and
babies.
Mommy, I see a
So
kid
just
and a
need to know
baby
that sometimes
monkey.
the dominant
Monkey na
male has
buti.
permission
Yeah, there.
to
It's
play
a
with the
kid
baby,
and
and
a
he does so by
baby.
smacking his lips on the mother, and this
I
is
saw
not
a kid
making
and
so
I
harm.
saw a kid one
If you look on
and
your
a baby
left,
one.
just in these shades there, you may be able to see a baboon picking at another baboon. And that baboon that they're picking at does have a young baby on her undercarriage there, just by the watering hole. Carrions and will feed on succulent roots, olive fruits, but they'll also consume small prey such as birds.
Small tree. Small tree.
If you look on your left and up on that hill there, the top of the mountain, you may be able to see some mountain goat looking like animals. Those are our Barbary sheep. Barbary sheep inhabit the Rocky Desert Mountains of northern Africa. They're excellent sure-footed jumpers and climbers. The young, which are born in the habitat, and it may only be a matter of time until they're completely gone from that area. However, free-ranging Barbary sheep were successfully introduced into the canyons of the Colorado River and into parts of California. They're striving quite well there for now. Coming up next, you may be able to see ostriches are not the smartest creature, as their brain is actually smaller in size than one of their eyeballs. The male's feathers are black and the females are a dull gray brown. And one ostrich egg weighs about 4 pounds, which is equivalent to approximately 30 chicken eggs. And contrary to popular belief, ostriches do not bury their heads in the sand. When pursued, they will sometimes lie down with their head and long neck stretched on the ground to avoid being seen. Of their horns, which resembles a scimitar, which is an Asian blade, sword with a curved blade. They once lived in northern Africa, but they went extinct in the wild in 2000 due to excessive hunting and habitat loss. But a small population was reintroduced into Spain and Chad back in 2016, and they're doing quite well now.
I want
They
that to
have
happen.
blood vessels which are close to their nasal passage, allowing blood to be cooled on its way through the body. And the most interesting adaptation of the scimitar horned oryx is that they can increase their body temperature to 47 degrees Celsius, which decreases their perspiration rate, preventing water loss. Also on our right hand side, just by the watering hole there, those are our
Bye-bye din natin.
and we'll be getting a little bit of a better look at our eland on the right.
Come, let the ostrich come. Yeah. No, someone got it to come to their window. It's gonna come to that car. It's come to our window. No, it's gonna come to that car. It's gonna go on that car.
Dito sa dasi. Dito sa dasi lulong Miki.
Caleb.
Kikulong kinulukon sila.
Mommy, no one
Bye bye. Bye bye.
On Earth, second only to the mongolian gazelle. They have nostrils equipped with flaps and they are the fastest of mammals to get
Hands to yourself, buddy. Hands to yourself.
Zebra and giraffe.
Do you see the zebras and the giraffes? Take a
and mixed in with the wildebeest there on our left, you'll be able to see another one of our Barbary sheep. The Barbary sheep do live alone or in small groups, so we'll be seeing them throughout this reserve. And then coming up on our right, you may already be able to see them, but we have our zebras. The zebra is considered the wild horse of Africa, and they're the most numerous and preyed-upon creatures to inhabit the African continent. Unlike the domestic horse, the zebra is almost impossible to train, as they have neither the horse's endurance nor the gentleness which makes a horse easily command. Zebras have a keen sense of sight, hearing, and smell, and are very quick to react to danger. And their sturdy legs enable them to run at speed of up to 65 kilometers per hour, and they sometimes act as alarm systems for other animals which roam the African plains, and they must be forever vigilant or they will fall prey to their deadly enemies, the lion or hyenas which hunt in the night. And the subspecies that we have here at African Lion Safari is Grand Zebra. These zebras are easily recognized by their bold black stripes, which completely encircle their body and are especially broad on their haunches and legs. Each stripe pattern is slightly different on each animal, and there are many theories concerning the purpose of the zebra stripes. The most popular is that they act like a Venetian blind to help the animal cope with the severe heat of Africa, with the black stripe absorbing the heat and the white stripe reflecting the heat. And behind our zebras and close to that one giraffe there, those white antelope you see farther back in the field, those are our addax. The addax are also known as the spearhorn antelope, and they can actually survive.
Zebra monkey.
close to 143 pounds. The fully grown giraffe can reach heights of 19.5 feet tall and weigh between 2,000 and 3,000 pounds. They're the world's tallest land animal. They are often referred to as the watchtowers of the Serengeti, keeping track of predators as they can see above everything, as well as they have amazing eyesight. You're able to see far distances. Giraffes gestation period is about 14 to 16 months, and they will have a calf once every 24 months. A mother giraffe will often give birth while standing. First experience outside of the womb is a 6-foot drop. The giraffe's neck is shorter than their legs. They must spread their front legs wide in order to reach water to drink. It's interesting to know that they will actually sleep as little as 30 minutes a day, and they often sleep standing up. Here at Safari, we will see them lying down, as they do not feel threatened here, but in the wild, you would rarely see a giraffe lying down without another giraffe close by for predators. And except for the defense of itself or its young, giraffes do not attack other animals, but they are able to defend themselves by delivering terrible blows with their legs. Giraffes have a very strong and powerful heart that weighs approximately 24 pounds. And the large size is needed to pump blood all the way up their long neck to get to the brain.
There's coming.
Interestingly, they can actually
Just wait.
survive for over 1 month without drinking water as they have most of the moisture.
And then I'm
Which they eat.
Okay, tarik.
And both males have 2 short skin-covered bumps on their heads. These are not horns, but are actually cornrows. And although the giraffe is so tall and awkward looking, they can move most gracefully at speeds of 248 kilometers per hour. As a matter of fact, a giraffe is derived from the Arabic word meaning the graceful one, and they walk with their limbs raised on the same side of their body. This is called a pace, and it allows for a longer stride, which saves steps and energy. And coming up, you may be able to see some posts on both sides of the road here. And these are our feeders of our giraffes. And the wild giraffes eat from the lower branches of tall trees by using their prehensile tongues. Their tongues are about 18 to 20 inches in length. And they are purplish black in color, and the color is thought to keep the tongue from sunburning since it is exposed to the sun when feeding. They can actually clean their ears and nose with their tongues, and they use their tongues to wrap around things as we do our fingers and pull them into their mouth to feed themselves. Giraffes have very thick tongue lips and throat, which allows them to consume acacia trees and other trees and bushes which have very thick thorns. Unfortunately, giraffes have been eliminated from large tracts of their natural habitat. Man is giraffe's most dangerous enemy, but lions, leopards, and snakes also have an impact on giraffe populations.
Anu ki kalai ki la zau ke nunu li lai ki zau. Ada nunu li lai ki zau ki kalai ki pachum de kau ke.
Has
see some rhinos soon.
Thôi cái dầu đâu, nên lần là hi cái dầu á.
Dâu gọn tay đó.
Cái dầu á. Anh nên đi bên đi cả kemana sih? Yok lagi, mana ada salah.
Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
She made me pop. She made me
Em
pop.
mana?
Next, coming up on our right hand side, just below the hill here, we have our rare white rhinoceroses. These guys are not really white, but are more just like green in color. They derive their name from the Afrikaans word divide, meaning wide or square lips. Essentially, they breed an animal, they're a broad, square-lipped mouth, but they've had like lower lip enables them to crop the grass, as they are strictly vegetarians. White rhinos will stand at about 6.5 feet tall and weigh close to 5,500 pounds. All rhinos are short-sighted but have acute sense of smell and hearing. They are mainly active in the evening and morning, but enjoy wallowing around in the mud during the day to cool off. Wallowing in the mud also helps reduce irritation caused by butterflies and ticks. Rhinos tend to be peaceful animals unless provoked, and unfortunately, the aggressive reputation they have been given is undeserved. In order to scare off intruders and communicate with other rhinos, a number of vocalizations are used, ranging from snorts and snarls to squeals and pants. These animals provide a classic example to the extent of which man is responsible for the decrease and extinction of many large animals. People have hunted the rhino for various reasons, including sport, hiding, or tripping. On a positive note, as a result of aggressive conservation programs, like rhino numbers are increasing in the wild, and the former are fire started, and they come from Kruger National Park in South Africa. Part of a translocation program, and officials of the South African government closely monitor all animals. And invasive species is increasing to the point where overcrowding is occurring, and a carefully selected number is then captured and transferred to other locations. White rhinos have two horns, one behind the other, and they can reach about 3 feet more. Coming up directly ahead of the bus, and will soon be on our left-hand side, we have our watering hole, where our rhinos in particular often like to come and tweak their mud baths. Our seventh and final game reserve, the Americas. And as we exit this reserve, or as we enter this reserve, we will be seeing our prairie bison. Horns that are more than 20 inches in length, but the males have these beautiful black spiraling horns that reach almost 5 feet long. And they are excellent sure-footed jumpers and climbers and have no problem maneuvering.
Mommy, I see it's small.
Oo.
I see it. That's you.
Oo, sila.
At one time, there was an estimated 70 million bison roaming around North America. Unfortunately, they did go extinct in the wild for a decade and could only be found in protected areas or in captivity, where domestication would ensure their survival and provide stock for future release programs. A bison cow will give birth to a single calf in the late spring or early summer. And when first born, the calves are a rusty color and weigh between 33 to 55 pounds. And as you can see, we have quite a few bison calves that were born here earlier in the spring. This is a far cry from how much the animal will weigh at maturity. A full-grown male can reach weights of 2,800 pounds. Females are about half that size. In the spring, the bison begin to lose their heavy coats, and at this time we will often see them rolling around in the dirt, as that helps to get rid of some of their old fur, and the dirt protects their skin from insects. We also have our North American elk. The North American elk are the second largest of the elk species, second only to the moose. They inhabit the plains and foothills regions of the Rocky Mountains in Canada and the United States. And it is only the male elk which grows the antlers. And the antlers of the elk are the fastest growing bone of any mammal, growing as much as 1 inch per day. And if you look at this group of spotted fallow deer just before this, we protective cover. And when first born, their coats are heavily spotted, but these spots will disappear by the age of about 6 weeks, and at this time the elk calf is then large enough and strong enough to remain with the herd. The north deer, which comes from Europe and Great Britain, where they are sometimes called the park deer. In the summer, their coat is very thin and fine, and their spots are readily visible. We do have a large number of spotted fallow deer in this reserve because they do breed very easily in captivity, and we have many spotted fallow deer fawns born around late May to early June. And it is only the male deer that grows antlers, and the antlers begin to develop in the second year of life. And they consist at first as a pair of simple prongs, and the deer is then known as a picket.
I see reindeer. 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 Daddy, reindeer.
Just look towards your left again, you'll be able to see